peace, happy now. Now is to vibrate. We dwelling, we not too far in the future, not too far in the past. Right now, might have did that backwards from I was just switching it up. Happy now. I was thinking about my dieting, like I'm a realist about a lot of things dealing with what I eat, and just in general, as a conscious soul, you got to be real and truthful with yourself and with others, and beginning my journey, of becoming a vegetarian and things of this nature, eating healthier, I basically, kind of test things, where I notice, like, all right, when I eat this, and this is how I feel. When I eat this, and this is how I feel. When I don't do this and do this is how I feel, But basically, over the time, I've noticed that, because, you should, to really get that spiritual enlightenment, that spiritual connection and ascending, you know what I'm saying? You should, it does require, should I say, it does require a healthy vehicle, a healthy temple, Your 666 carbon suit should be very healthy, if you want to, ascend and, get to a higher form of being. But at the same time, there are people and there are cases of people that, may not be a vegetarian, may not eat the healthiest, but still have that spiritual enlightenment. Which I do notice a slight difference though, Which, people who don't eat any kind of thing, they kind of still, kind of, how can I say, they're more earthier, you know what I'm saying? So they're a little more, how can I say, not say barbaric, but they're more, like willing to hunt and do things that are still dealing with taking a life, you know what I'm saying? Which, cool, because some people, they do a little, how can I say, like a official, like they don't just harm the meat, mentally, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't just put the animal through stress before they, they slaughter whatever, what have you, you know what I'm saying? They kind of, have it, bless whatever. Me personally, I don't deal with, I try to save life as much as possible. But at the same time, we are reincarnating souls, and that cow or that animal, it may have been, how can I say, their service in life may have been to be served as food or whatever, you know what I'm saying? In some cases, you never know, or it may be their time to pass away, whatever the case may be, so that is you can look at it like that too sometimes, but I just know personally, I don't like to put, no dead animals in me, you know what I'm saying? Which eventually I always clown and say, if I start traveling soon, I may fucking, just try and like if they got a famous Philly cheesesteak somewhere, man, I might order me a little small, and take a little bite just so I can say, all right, I tried that Philly cheesesteak from so-and-so Philly house, the #1 place in America, in Philadelphia. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I may try it in those cases, but for the most part, I know the meat has gone away from my diet, and ran away and went the other way on me, and I'm not going hunting. But basically, I just noticed that difference where, you have a little more of that earthier, that earthier ties to thing that earthier tie, that earthier vibration when you're kind of eating meat or eating off the land, but you're still spiritual, you still, matter of fact, you may be smoking tobacco. Matter of fact, kind of like an Indian, you know what I'm saying? Because the Indian talk about, a vegetarian is just a bad hunter, and, they still smoke their tobacco and things of that nature. Matter of fact, I'm sorry for that notion. I don't like to use that term. Native American, the indigenous people to America, that were here, before Europeans came. Those people, they still kind of, indulge in tobacco and, may eat meat and things of this nature, but they still are spiritually in tune, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, more spiritually in tune than some people that may be vegetarians. You know, like there is that gray area of the fact that, you know, just because a person just start eating vegetarian, you know, they don't just automatically become enlightened. But at the same time, there's a truth to it, to where they do start to open up, that pineal start to open up, where they have the opportunity to become more enlightened and more clairvoyant in these things of this nature. But you know, somebody who eat meat, you know, it's just not no black and white. Well, if you eat meat, you just can't be spiritual. And if you don't eat meat, you just automatically spiritual. You know what I'm saying? It got people that eat vegetarians that may be a little ignorant or things of this nature. You know, so it's not no end all be all. But I do notice that, you know, like say for instance, people who may eat the meat and, you know, and smoke tobacco, all this type of things, it may be damaging to their temple, but they still kind of be connected with the animals and connected with earth, and may still have that green thumb, and just basically be tied to the unseen of the earth energies. You know what I'm saying? The vibrations of the earth energies, and then on the opposite side, I notice basically like when I, cause this my own personal experience too. You know what I'm saying? But cause when I'm like that, you know, when I haven't been eating, well, of course not eating meat or whatever, but when I'm eating more of solid foods, you know, like stuff that's not considered not too good for me, you know, that may create mucus, like a lot of starches and wheats and rice and things of this nature. When I eat a lot of that, like that kind of have me in that grounded, you know, earthy energy type of vibration, you know. Sometimes a little too close to ego, but, you know, as long as I'm staying conscious, you know, it'd be pretty good. But, you know, but it have me in that earthy, grounded vibration, you know, very deeply rooted. But when I get away, you know, when I start to make sure I'm eating like more vegetables and drinking water all the time and staying away from starches, when I get in that mode and eating less, you know, not just eating just to eat, you know what I'm saying? But when I get into that mode, you know, with more vegetables, more water intake, I get more of a getting away from earth type of vibration, where, you know, where I'm able to pick up on the vibe. I become more of an empath. I pick up on the vibes of stones real easy. Like I could just pick up a stone, and I start kind of, like my little hand to start jerking. Like I feel the energy that much, you know. I want to meditate almost every second, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm more tied to the higher self in that etheric realm, you know what I'm saying? And say for instance, you could still be connected to your lower nature in essence and still have that spiritual tie, because, you know, it's all about, you know, it's all on how you want to do it. You can still have more of that earthy vibration, but still be connected to, you know, still have that kundalini raised and still be connected to your higher self. You just have a earthy vibration about going, you know, a more lower vibration about going about it, or a more earthy vibration. I don't like to say lower, but, you know, a more earthy vibration, you know, so you're going to be more tied to the earth and teach people more about this earthly realm, where you got some people that's teaching more about the unseen realm, you know, more about what's outside of earth, you know, and different dimensions, you know, people who, you know, I'm gonna say for sure for myself, you know, I connect more whenever I'm, you know, just straight water and vegetables, you know what I'm saying, making sure I don't have any starches or anything of that nature. I'll be on that vibration, excuse me. I got the hiccups and everything. But I be on that vibration, you know, that has me more open to energy, you know what I'm saying? I could just, basically like an open current, and I could just feel energy just at a higher level, you know, at a much more heightened level. And I'm more into the stars and, you know, just looking away from her, you know what I'm saying? Basically want to remote view, do these type of things even more. And, you know, that's more of my, like I say, my personal thing, which, like I say, just looking from the outside, looking in, though, you know, that's my, you know, that's the conclusion I come up with, is that, you know, that when you do choose, whatever your choice may be, you know, one kind of just have you more on the earthy vibration, and the other one has you more on the, you know, cosmos, you know, outer space, you know, more on that, you know, type of vibration, like getting away from Earth, you know. But that's just, you know, from looking at the information and I always say you know a lot. I always got a word that I always just kind of say a lot, but I be trying to change it up, but I'm giving you me, you know. So that's all it is. But it's just basically though, from what I see and what I learn with myself, you know, from what I hear about other people's experiences, you know, because I've heard psychic mediums and channelers say, you know, yeah, I don't eat meat all the time, but I do eat meat, you know, because I brung up the like the situation with calcifying your pineal gland and throwing, you know, just throwing your whole body, you know, functions off, you know, where it's super acidic, it's not good for you, you know, in that manner. But some people, some Indians eat venison and then fucking do a poem read, you know. Like, you know, it is that situation that presents itself. So, and I'm a realist about information. I'm not one of them vegetarians that's like, oh man, you just never gonna get kavon, this and that, and this can't happen if you don't get. No, because I know, and two, because, you know, with me, it's all on my own personal experience. I wanted to become a vegetarian, you know, because I wanted to heighten my abilities, and I felt it heightening when I became a vegetarian and started eating healthy, you know. But that doesn't mean that the opposite may not work for you, you know. You may get yourself on that heightened level, you know what I'm saying? Because that's another thing too. You may be, you know, that may be your calling, like to be a more, you know, to have that higher knowledge and be connected, you know, with the crown and everything, but to teach people about this earthly vibrations, you know, and how to manage life in this earthly realm, while others, you know, tied to both, you know, spiritual, you know, 'cause that's another thing too, because you could be, when you're too, you know, high spirited, you could get away from your lower vibrations too, you know what I'm saying, on the flip side. So say for instance, you could have somebody that connected, you know, to the higher, you know, unearthly vibrations, but still, you know, say for instance, you know, sexually active and making sure they're vital, you know, making sure they're staying, you know, exercise. So being one with the earthly body, even though they kind of consciously always staying, you know, off of this earthly plane and in other dimensions, you know. But that's just my take on the diet situation, where, you know, it could vary, and there's, you know, it's that gray area of what, you know. But my main point was just that, you know, you could, from what I learned, you know, it just seemed like people have more earthier vibrations, you know, when they may eat meat or, you know, eat just any kind of thing, you know, where they're not too particular on their diets or too healthy on it. And then, you know, the people who are a little more healthier and this and that, they more of a unearthly vibe or more of a vibration, you know, that's in the cosmos, you know. But as a matter of fact, because I want to have to understand, like, in the cosmos, there's just more out there. And it's not to say that the people that have the more earthier vibrations can't connect to the cosmos too. You know, they both connecting to everything, but they just have like a certain constant vibration, you know, that they present themselves with, you know, and that they kind of relate more to, you know. But peace. Happy now. Now is to vibrate, you know. Not too far in the past, not too far in the future. Right now, but I always gotta look. I don't want to hit my hand. Right now, you could change the future and the past right now.